What's going on, everybody? Gluttony here, and it's 3 months. 3 months doing YouTube. As you can see, we're in our village survival base. This is the world I like to play in when I'm just having fun. Anyway, I know it doesn't seem like a big deal to you guys, but 3 months is pretty big to me. I've learned a ton, you know, not just in how I play the games, but how I look at the recording of videos. You know, I go along, I don't view videos the same way. Where I used to be like, oh, what a great video. Now I look at it as, it was fun to play, but the gameplay is just not of quality. And, you know, because of that, I tend to drive myself harder and harder. And that's something I've learned. And I don't look at it as a negative. I look at that as a phenomenal positive. Just the fact that I've learned to drive myself to the point where, you know, I want to say mediocrity isn't acceptable. This, and this. Right. Sorry, I got focused on the Minecraft. I've learned so much. The software, the hardware. You know, I went through. My first capture device was the Hauppauge HD PVR, and I thought it was a great device. I really did. Except I kept having an issue with the recordings corrupting. And to me, I can't have that. What's the point of having the capture device if your recordings are going to corrupt? And since then, I have... Oh, I missed one here. Since then, I've returned it, and I've gone to the Elgato. Now, honestly, the biggest difference between the two has been the customer support. It really hasn't been the hardware. I've had issues with the Elgato as well. But the difference between the Elgato and the Hauppauge, like I said, is the support you get. And I had a problem with the Elgato. Elgato customer support contacted me. We went through several different things to try to figure out what the issue was and how to resolve it. And, I mean, you've seen videos coming out from me, so we've resolved it. Now, was it the solution I really wanted? No. We had to downgrade to an older version of the software, and for games like Minecraft, I had to cut out doing 60 frames per second. But I can make my videos now. And I probably could have done the same with the Hauppauge and had the same kind of success had the customer support just been there. Just been there to help and say, hey, let's try this, or hey, let's try that. And that's a learning curve for me. I come from a CPG world. CPG is Consumer Products Group, or Consumer Products Goods. And, you know, working for the company making the goods, the company's all about customer service. We're all about, look, if you have a problem, let us try to fix it. Even if it's not with our product, let us try to fix it. So to get a tech company to not offer real support was kind of off-putting to me. But, you know, you live and you learn, and that's basically what I did. And in doing so, it caused me, when I got the Elgato, I knew my system requirements weren't enough for the Elgato. So I had to do upgrades to my PC. And that again was a learning curve because it's been a long time since I have been inside a computer. I upgraded to upgraded my. I can't even think right now. I upgraded my video card. I upgraded my hard drive. Oh, there's a creeper. And just drop some torches around here somewhere. Otherwise, we're going to end up with them over here, too. Yeah, I upgraded my memory. I'm going to end up having to build a newer PC if I really want to be able to do things like stream. And a lot of people take that for granted. They're like, oh, well, yeah, I'll just start streaming and I'll do this. But, you know, you need certain items for that. You know, if I go into my Elgato settings right now and turn on stream commands, it'll tell me my computer's too slow for it. And I have a quad-core 3 gigahertz Intel Pentium processor. But the problem is, you need an i7, what is it, 20 series. I think that's the Haswell. I think it's a Haswell series of processors. You know, I can't do that right now. So, I have to make do with what I have. And I've lived and learned. You know, I've learned not to have other software running. I can't have my capture software running at the same time as I have my Sony Vegas software running. I could have went with a easier, cheaper software, but I went with the Sony Vegas because we do use it at work. So I at least have that avenue of talking to professionals that use it all the time. And let me tell you something, the software is amazing. It really is, but there is so much of it to learn that it astonishes me how much there is. You know, I use the Photoshop, I think CC is the version I have, it's the new cloud version. And it's the same thing. We use it at my work, so I have people that I can talk to when I run into a snag, when I say, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. I have people that I can rely on to be able to get back to me to say, oh, hey, you're doing that? We'll try this. And I've learned the community out there is really helpful. And when I say the community, I mean in the aspect of fellow gamers who are trying to do YouTube. You know, everyone wants to grow. Everyone wants to be the next, you know, I don't know who you watch, but, you know, some of the people I watch. The next Allier, the next Drifter, the next T-Mart. They're all great guys. They all are phenomenal at what they do. And I think they're that way. One, it's their personality. But two, it's their professionalism on what they do. You know, a lot of people that look at this, they're like, oh yeah, you're great, you're making videos, big deal. It takes a lot of work to make a video. A lot of work. And it's not just capturing the gameplay and getting that good gameplay that you think people are going to like. It is also rendering the video out, you know, editing the video, putting your commentary in, making sure you don't sound crazy. There's been so many times where I've gone back, and I wish some of them I would have saved the file just so I would have had it for my own records, but so many times that I've actually looked at the videos I've done or listened to the commentary and I'm like, that's horrible, that's, you know, that's 20 minutes or 45 minutes down the drain before I render the videos out. And rendering is not an easy process, or I shouldn't, it's not that it's not easy. It's not a quick process. Rendering is time consuming. This video, sorry, alright, talking about learning to be professional. I always forget to turn the volume on my phone down. And it drives me nuts. It absolutely drives me nuts because it's something that I feel I should remember to do. Learning the software, yeah, I always used to think, all right, a 15-minute video is going to take, 30 minutes to render. Oh, you do a 15-minute video, you're looking at 4-hour render time with the rig I have now, and that dropped considerably. Actually, I think I lie. I'm more at about a 3.5-hour render time for a 15-minute video. Before I did my upgrades, I was closer to 6 hours. So the upgrades I did, I'm benefiting from. But it's still a lot of time. It's still more time than most people would think I'm spending sitting here trying to put this video out. And when I first started, I was only trying to do 1 video, maybe 2 videos a week. But I'm to the point now, I'm hoping this week to start producing videos at least 6 days a week. I've been able to do 6 videos a week steady for 2 weeks. And one thing I'm really going to stress here, if you're thinking about doing this, write down your goals, but write down realistic goals. Same with any project you're ever going to work on. Don't set a goal to build, to build a mansion from the very start. Learn to build a shed. Learn to build a garage, then a house. Move up slowly, incrementally. So one of my goals was to produce videos 3 days a week on a constant. Once I achieved that, my goal was to produce 2 videos 3 days a week on a constant. And one of the things I did was I put it into a calendar so I can see for myself what my videos are, what videos are going up on what day. Because I've also learned, yes, when you upload to YouTube, you can link it with your Twitter account or whatever social media you're using, and you can have it post to your social media. You can go in and it will tell your social media, hey, this video just uploaded. Here's just whatever description you filled out. But ultimately, I've learned that's not enough. If you want to get more interaction out of your videos, you need to upload an image of your video, which is your thumbnail. You need to talk about it. You need to be active on social media, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I use Twitter and I use Facebook. I want to get into Instagram. I want to get into Snapchat, but those aren't really items that are in my comfort zone right now. And since I'm trying to focus on one other thing, my focus is getting to the point where I'm producing 6 days a week. Sorry, unless they start paying me to actually do this, which I have gotten to the point where I've become a YouTube partner. And that's not a massive accomplishment. It's a great accomplishment. I feel like I did something, but the requirements to do it, to become a quote-unquote YouTube partner, are not super strict. You can do it. Until they start paying me, Sundays are football days. Plain and simple. I don't want to be working Sunday. Do I like playing my games still on Sunday? Yeah, because unfortunately my team doesn't always play the best, or they're not playing Sunday because they're playing Monday or whatever. But Sunday is also a family day. And one thing that I'm going to stress is find your work-life balance. You know, if this is going to be your job and this is what you're going to hope to do for an income, make sure you have someone there that's going to support you with it as well. My girlfriend, for me, is on board. And it's such a big help. She doesn't do anything for my videos. She doesn't really even watch my videos. She can't stand Minecraft. She's not a first-person shooter, so she doesn't like Call of Duty. But she encourages me to do things. She keeps me motivated to do it because it is something I enjoy. And sometimes I lose sight of the fact that I gotta put the controller down. And it's real easy to do. But thankfully for me, she's there to help me, to say, hey, don't forget about us. Don't forget about the physical people in your life. And it's a great thing for me. You know, I love her to death, and I don't ever want her to feel like she is second fiddle to a controller. So doing that work-life balance is really, really important. You know, I can't stress that enough. You look at most of the really successful YouTubers, they're young. And I'm not saying all of them. I'm just saying the majority that I watch. They are young. They are either single or they only have a spouse. They don't have children. And those things, you know, you take them for granted when you have them. Because you feel like, oh, they'll always be there no matter what I do. But realistically, if you don't treat them right, they're not going to be there. So make sure you're balancing things out how they need to be. It's so important, and it's such a hard lesson for me to learn. Also, man, I drive my girlfriend nuts talking about the games. We're talking about the videos. Oh, I did this, I did that. And she's like, yeah, that's great. And I could see it on her face where she's like, if I didn't love you, I would walk away. But thankfully, she does. You know, because she's my rock. She is what keeps me going. Her and my kids. You know, and it's great because everything I'm learning, I'm passing on to my son. If you caught our season 1 of Survival Island, my son is Wrath Gaming. You know, he picked his name because of me having my name. And he wants to do YouTube. You know, we've talked about him setting the channel up. And I think it'll be great. And he'll have such an easier time than I did. Because he'll have someone that's been there, that's done it, that's made videos or whatever. He'll have someone that's already gone through the learning curve. Which is, to me, that's a pretty big deal. And it's a really nice deal. You know, I wish I would have had that, but it is what it is. I've learned. I've grown. I've felt the different pain from doing it. And at the same time, I've also seen the possibilities of the pleasure. You know, when these YouTubers show off the things that they've earned or the things that they've received because of doing their videos, you know, as individuals, we look at it and we're like, oh geez, look at that, they're showing off again. And you can take that mindset to it. Or you can take the mindset of, oh, if they can do it, I can do it. You know, this is, here's my motivation, which is how I'm trying to take it. And I hope you guys are too. If you're listening to my video, you know, it's important for you to get to that point, you know, to where you're being offered, there we go, to where you're being offered sponsorships or partnerships, to where the real money is coming in, to where you're getting the freebies. And these guys didn't start out just, you know, playing one game and then having everything handed to them. That's not how it works. That's not how life works. You know, their struggle is just as real as ours. And all in all, it's not a hard struggle. It's really not. I've started setting better goals for myself. At least I think they're better goals. By 6 months, I would like to be over the 100 subscriber mark. And I've already learned, subscribers are great, don't get me wrong, but they're not the be-all end-all. Just because you have subscribers doesn't mean you're getting views from those subscribers. I would rather have, you know, 10 people come in every day that actually watch my videos and not subscribe, and that leave feedback. You know, comments to me are more important than likes. Give me feedback. Let me know what it is that I'm doing that you like or that you don't like. You know, because that, to me, that's what's important. How can I get better at producing videos for you? This, as much as if it ever became a job, as much as the partnership with YouTube would be important, the partnership with you, the viewer, is more important, because without you, there is no YouTube. There is no Gluttony Gaming. You know, there's nothing. There's no point to it. So, you know, for the people who do watch my videos, who do like and do comment, thank you. Above all else, thank you. I hope I keep doing a good enough job at doing these videos that you guys keep liking them, you guys keep commenting on them. Did not mean to fall down in here, but oh well. And that's really it. You know, like I said, my main goal right now is get to 100 subscribers, but more importantly, to get videos over 100 views, and to get the comments flowing. You know, even in what some people view as negative comments. You know, if there's something in my videos you don't like, tell me, because otherwise I'm not going to change. I'm not going to grow. I'm just going to stay who I am, and that doesn't improve things for me. I want to get better at this. I want to be better. I would love to be the best. Do I think I'll ever get there? I don't know. To me, that's unlikely. But if I can get to the point where this is making enough money to buy me a game every year, that would be phenomenal. That would just be, to me, that would be an epic achievement. You know, some of these guys, they're living off of this, and it's their full-time job. Plain and simple, it's not just fun. It is a full-time job. And to those guys, my hat is off. I don't ever want to play video games to where it's not fun, where I'm not enjoying it. And I'm not saying that happens for them, but I can't, in my mindset, that's what happens. Is that they play these games, and after a while it's just work. It's not even it's not even having fun, you know. But if I can get there, which I honestly believe I can, looking at some of the comments I get and talking with some of the people, I really think I can get there. But that's going to depend on you guys. So, well, if you're watching, thank you very much. You know, it's really important to me, and I hope you guys appreciate that. Till next time, this is Gluttony, and I'm out.